Hi, good afternoon. These notes are on volume of prisms, and this should be on your page 114. All right, so some of the volume you actually already know how to do. Last year in 5th grade, you guys really focused on volume of rectangular prisms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break down where you got the formula of length times width times height. Because volume, it's actually the same formula for almost every shape. Because the big B doesn't just stand for the base length, it stands for the area of the base. So big B is area of base. So with this, you have to make sure that you recognize what the base shape is. So for a rectangular prism, the base is a rectangle. For a triangular prism, the base is a triangle. For a cylinder, the base is a circle. So you have to find the area of that base shape. And then your height is just the distance between the bases. So if I'm looking at this triangle, that's a base, and then this triangle back here, if I kind of draw that in, that's the other base, and so the height would actually be 30. So this, it's kind of like one of those chocolate candy Toblerones fell on its side. So the height, the length of it is actually 30, and the base shape is this triangle. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our rectangular prisms, which you are familiar with. So volume is big B times H, and the big base is a rectangle. And a rectangle has the formula length times width. So length times width is the big B. Then we just bring down our height, and that's where you get length times width times height. So then we're just going to take our numbers given. So our length, or our base is 15 and 18. So 15 times 18 times the height is 7. And then you just multiply, and then the answer that we get is 1,890 inches cubed. Okay. All right, this next shape doesn't give us any numbers, but it does give us blocks, and so what we can do is just count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 high. So our base shape is this rectangle down here, the 6 times 4. So what I like to do is I go like this. This is my base and my height. So my base shape is 6 times 4, and my height is 9. And 6 times 4 times 9 is 24 times 9, and that gives me 216. And they don't give us any units, so we're just going to put units cubed. Oh, that's another thing. Make sure, because we're doing volume, so since we're multiplying 3 dimensions, it's to the 3rd power. So please don't forget that. So measured in cubic units, and I forgot to mention that at the beginning. All right, the next shape that we're going to practice is triangular prisms. So the base shape is a triangle. So area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. And so what we really mean is not the base of the shape, we're talking about the base of the triangle. So that's why I used a little b and not a big B. And then you just bring down your height and you multiply times the height of the prism. So see how there's 2 H's here? So really what you want to do is kind of break it into 2 pieces. Just do the triangle, okay? So as if this is just a triangle given right here. And then multiply times the height of the actual prism. So the triangle, so my base triangle times my height of my prism. The triangle is a 18 by 22. So 18 times 22, but cut that in half, gives me my triangle. And then the height of the prism, again, if I were to stand this up, it would be a height of 30. So then when I put that into my calculator, I get 5,940 meters cubed for my volume. Okay. All right, the next shape's still a triangular prism. This one kind of looks like a ramp, but the base shape is this guy right here. You can tell it's a right triangle because of this little symbol right here indicating that that's 90 degrees. So we know that this triangle is 29 centimeters high and 31 centimeters in length. So we know that the formula is base times height area of your base, so area of your triangle. So my triangle is a 29 times 31, but cut that in half for a triangle. So that gives me the area of the triangle, and then times by the length, the height of the, ooh, and I just smeared all those numbers, of the prism. So that gives me times 50. And then when I type that into my calculator, I get a really large number, 22,475 centimeters cubed. Okay. And then the last shape you guys are going to focus on today is cylinders. So cylinders with surface area were pretty difficult, but cylinders with volume is a lot easier. So over here, we're going to fill in our formula. So we know that our base shape is going to be a circle, and then again, just times your height. Area of a circle is pi times radius squared, and then just times the height of your cylinder. So this circle, the base shape, we need to find the area of that. So area is pi times radius squared, and then times the height of the cylinder, 26. And then when I type that all into my calculator, I get 9,878.44 inches cubed. All right. And then my last shape, again, is another cylinder. We're still going to do the same thing. It's still a base of a circle. This is just, it's like a soda can fell on a side, or a tomato soup fell on the side. But the base shape is still the circle. So we know that our formula is base of the is the area of the circle times the height of the cylinder. Area of a circle is pi times radius. Well, that's diameter. So my radius is 13. So I'm going to use 13 squared times the height of my cylinder, which is 35. And then I go ahead and type that into my calculator, and I get a really large number. Again, all these numbers are pretty large, of 18,573.1 centimeters cubed. All right, and that's how you do all three of the basic shapes of a rectangular prism, a triangular prism, and a cylinder. What you're going to do now is pause the video, and then you're going to complete the right-hand side, numbers 1 through 9, and then I'm going to show you the answer key. So go ahead and pause your video. All right, so here are the answers for 1 through 9. On the practice side, number 1, I got 1,008 feet cubed. Number 2, I got 1,372 meters cubed. And number 3, I got 1,800 feet cubed. Number 4, I got 16,170 meters cubed. Number 5, I got 9,625.5 feet cubed. Number 6, I got 900 inches cubed, and this one was tricky. So it said find the volume of a triangular prism with a base of 45 inches squared. So they actually already found your base area. So you didn't have to find that. The slant height was given to you to trick you. You did not need to use this number. And the length of the prism is 20. So you actually just did the area of the base of the triangle, which they gave you, because 45 inches squared, times 20, and then boom, you got 900 inches cubed. So some of you are going to need to go and redo this one because you probably missed it. All right, number 7, I got 19,075.5 inches cubed. Number 8, 28,938.24 meters cubed. And number 9, 1,730.925 feet cubed. All right, if you have any questions or if you see any mistakes that I might have made, please comment at the bottom of the video, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon.